What's up, people? Hello, salutations, greetings, and welcome to another, or I should say, the first edition of No Filter. And it does what it says on the tin. We're going to call it out. And, as always, the videos and podcasts that are here and that represent the Jazzy Groove Rainy Day Podcast family are brought to you by the power of 5. If you like what we're doing, show your support for the channel, hit the like button. And now, with that out the way, let's get into it. This episode is going to deal with a problem that I see a lot of us, we people who are darker than blue, shout out to the late great Curtis Mayfield, are going to have to deal with a lot. And that is when we act our stereotype. And as we all know, a stereotype is a suite of actions provided by one group of people that originate in a perceived course of action, for lack of a better word. In other words, stereotypes are based in reality. Something, somewhere, gave people the reason to think the way they think. And this video, shout out to DeBrava and the people over at Coach Club USA, is going to bring this to light. Now, some of it, I'm not in 100% agreement with. Granted, it is primarily for entertainment, and it is entertaining, that I will say, but there are parts of it where I'm like, I don't know. Well, in all, I rock with DeBrava, I rock with a platform, I rock with a program, I rock with Culture Club. And if you haven't subscribed to them yet, after you get finished with this video, hit them up. You will be entertained. If nothing else, you will be entertained. And this video that she's going to deal with has to do with, she calls it the ghost of Tupac Shakur. And you're going to see very quickly what she means by this. I look at these things so you don't necessarily have to. But we're going to look at this video and then we're going to break it down and we're going to talk about it. So without any other further ado, let's get involved.
We don't with y'all. What? We got all you. We got all you. What's going on? I don't. What's up? Man, what's going on? I don't with y'all. What's the what's going on? What's the issue? What's the issue? With y'all. I don't.
Oh, there's Tupac. He's back from the dead. Oh no.
What's the issue?
Okay, you can see the aggression and belligerence off rip. You can see it. His friend tries to calm him down. He shoves him. That right there tells you what kind of encounter you're about to get involved with. And I'll be the first one to tell you it's not a good look. And it's not going to go well for them. Let's get back into it.
What's the issue? I don't. What do y'all in my house for? Hey, man, hey.
You notice he says, what are y'all in my house for? Let's rewind it back for a little bit of context. The police were called to this house because one of the callers, a woman in this case, was complaining that they weren't listening to her and they were causing a disturbance, and she wanted his friend removed. And that one of the people in the house was her son. That's what the call was for. So, why am I in your house? It's firstly, this is not your house. Off rip. It's not your house. It's your parents' house that you happen to be staying in. So they gave us permission to come in. We're here trying to, and one thing I will say, and this is something I'm really starting to look for, because a lot of these videos that you're seeing, the cops are acting very rational. You're not giving any reason to escalate. They're not escalating. Now, there are instances where no matter what you do, they're going to escalate. Yes, that happens. That is a thing. But from a lot of these videos that I'm watching recently of these interactions between cops and suspects, they're trying to talk to them. Case in point, this one here. They're trying to ascertain what's going on. And they're immediately met with aggression. And it makes you wonder, what are you on? What are you on? You cannot be rational and have your wits about you and acting normally if you're acting this way. So, what's going on here? Let's get back into it.
Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Hold on. Yeah. You gotta calm down. Keep your ribs off. Keep your ribs off.
And then I do apologize for constantly cutting into this thing, but there are things that need to be discussed while we watch this video, and this is one of them. The police officer is saying, you gotta calm down. We just want to talk to you. But this guy's amped up, which is telling me straight away, you're on something. You're definitely on something. This is not the way you would normally act. And I don't understand for the life of me why you'd act this way. Because we people who are darker than blue have a lot going against us in today's society. It's not as overt as it used to be. Now it's a lot more covert. We get the illusion of being like everybody else, but we're not really. Not really. The one thing I'll say is where I am currently, the interactions between our people and others is good. We can deal with some pretty straight people who call it as they see it, and I'm proud to call them my acquaintances. Are they friends? Not really, but then again, I don't have very many friends. Because I don't trust people, period. It takes a lot for me to call someone a friend. And I can count the friends I have on one hand and have fingers left over. That tells you how exclusive my club actually is. One hand and fingers still left over. And I don't particularly care what other people think about me, because they're going to think what they think. I'm not the thought police. I can't. I'm not a deity. I'm not a supernatural being. I can't get you to think the person that I really am. That comes with time and experience. So if you don't think that I am good enough to be your friend, that's a you problem. I can't be worried about it. There are too many other things that I have to do in my life for myself and my wife and my children to worry about you. I could be single and still not worry about you. That's just the way things are. I don't make the news, I just report it. But I don't understand what makes people do what they do. Let's get back to it.
Calm down, keep your ribs off. Calm down. Keep your ribs. Calm down. Keep your ribs. You want my house? Calm down. I know. Get out my house.
Get out my house. You didn't invite us in, so we don't have to leave. The person that invited us in has not asked us to leave. And we're going to stay here unless and until that person revokes the right for us to be here. And for full context, when they first entered into the house, they asked, "Do you still need us here? Can we come in?" And she's got nothing to worry about, so yeah, sure, come on in. We need you here. We got people that are not, that we don't want here, that are here. And a lot of these things, let's let it play a little bit more, and then I'll get into it.
Get out! I know. Get out! You want him out, right? Get out! Get out! Y'all gotta execute my house. Get out! Get out! Me, motherfucker! Okay, man, get off my house.
Okay, so Tupac is the son. The woman that opened the door is the mother. This is their house. Now, you have the friend who she supposedly, the mother, wants removed from the house, pulling Tupac into the house and holding him back because he's trying to tell the police to get out. Okay, if your mom called the police, okay, you telling the police to get out is only going to get you one thing, and that's arrested.
Get off! This guy's boss.
I'm just waiting for Janet Jackson to show up. You know what I mean?
Y'all ain't got no right. Boss. No. Boss, I live here. Okay. Boss. What are you, boss?
Why is he screaming? He's amped up on something. They could take him into custody just on that. But they're showing restraint. I crammed to understand any of this.
Relax. Boss. I'm trying to get him. You know? Boss. Bro, what you want to do? This? What you want to do?
Okay, is he high or like, is he like something? Okay, because something, he's definitely on something. It could just be adrenaline. I mean, I don't know. But I will say the police are being very calm. Okay, they are not trying to turn this into something major.
I find no fault in her logic. And it's just like I said before. He's on something. Because this isn't normal aggression. This is aggression amped up to the next level. He's on something. There's some chemical in his brain that has warped his perception. To the point where he's shoving his friend to get him out the way. And you got to ask yourself, is all this necessary? He doesn't care, though, because in his mind, they're unannounced. They're here. They're not welcome there. He wants them out. Never mind the fact that it's not your house. Your mother called him, and your mother wants you out. Let's get back to it.
But clearly he is.
And he keeps screaming, boss. I don't understand any of this.
Let's go. Bounce. Hey. Bounce. Bounce. Stop.
Okay, now he's shoving the officer. Look, you see that? You're in trouble. See, this is how they're gonna get like assault charges. It's just like he's out of control.
Yeah. It was going south from Jump Street. This just took it to the next level, and it did rather quickly. There's no reason to shove him. He's trying to talk to you. He's trying to get you to calm down, and you push him. I can see assault. I can see resisting arrest. I don't understand any of this.
Stop. You gotta sit down. Bro, you can't be doing that. Bounce. Chill the out. Yeah. No. Bounce. Just turn around. Get on the house. Get off the house. Turn around for me. Record. Just turn around for me. It's being recorded.
Lord have mercy. I mean, these poor parents. Seriously, can you imagine? When your parents have to call the police on you, okay, you have problems, okay? You need to be like put away for a while. Okay, you need counseling, you need therapy, you need to get your anger management under control. I mean, can you imagine what it's like raising this kid? Like having him live with you? They can't wait for him to get out, I'm sure.
And again, I find no fault in her logic. And it's something when other people call out your BS. When other people can point out your behavior and show it to you in 4K. You know you effed up. You know it.
Hey, man. Hey, bro. Sit down. Sit down. Turn around.
I mean, that's a shame. This looks like brand new Bob's Furniture, too, and they're destroying it.
Turn over.
Resisting arrest, threatening a police officer, bodily assault. And I guarantee you, there'll be more charges before this is said and done.
I want y'all to leave. I want y'all to leave. I want my house. All right. Yeah. Bow your hands. Back. Bow. Turn on. I want to beat your ass. I want to beat your ass. I want to beat your ass over. Bow. Yeah, relax. Yeah, relax. I want this. I'm not under arrest. What the fuck's arrest? Man, you got it. Relax. Shut up. Your left arm. Shut up.
He's asking why he's under arrest. Well, your mother called the police on you. You're in her house. That's why you're under arrest. Because she.
Not necessarily, but you got to understand where she's going. You're not under arrest because she called the cops and she's in the house. You're under arrest because they wanted to talk to you and you laid hands on her. That's why you're under arrest. That is why.
Why aren't you gone?
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, you got him? I got him. He's in cuffs. Turn over. Turn over. Get your breath.
Is that a taser? Did they tase him? What's attached to him right there? Oh, that's a charger from the Bob's Furniture. There you go. It's a cell phone charger.
Turn over. Turn over. Get your breath.
And look at the state of the living room now. Didn't have to be that way. And you got stuff all over. You got a vase knocked over. You got pictures on the floor. All this stuff. And for what? Because when the cop came in and asked you what was going on, you had to escalate. And it gets worse. It gets worse.
Stop. Like this shit to me. Stop.
And here's where you get overkill. Here's where you get overkill. They called there was 2 cop cars there to begin with, and that is about 5 or 6. What do you need this bigger police presence for? Spoiler alert. You don't. Let's get back to it.
Hey, here, we got it. Step back. Gotta take it.
Like, why? For what? For no reason. Look,
Take.
For no reason. No, big reason. You laid hands on him. You laid hands on him. That's why you're under arrest. Now, full disclosure, you are gonna be detained regardless. It wasn't a matter of if, it's when they were going to arrest you. And the minute you shoved an officer of the law, you got. You got. Now, did it have to go this way?
Nope.
Did he have to shove the guy?
Nope.
Let's get back to it.
This guy.
What two?
Chip and put him in your car.
If this is white, bro, y'all
You guys good?
Yes, sir. I ain't did shit.
Get in there.
I love it.
Get in.
Love this shit. I love it.
They've never done anything. I ain't did nothing. I ain't did nothing. Nobody ever does anything, but somehow somebody always calls the cops on them for something.
Again, I find no fault in her logic. No one ever does nothing, yet the cops are always called. So you did something. You did something. And I would normally, at this point in video, cut away and go into this big rant about how we're not portrayed correctly and this is what's wrong and everything like that. But I got to tell you, matter of fact, we are going to cut away now. We are going to cut away. I got to tell you, this is why. And because men deal with probabilities, as we've said on many different occasions, on many different podcasts, if you deal with somebody who is arrogant, belligerent, and confrontational, pretty soon you start to paint everybody with that same brush. Now, it's up to each individual person to ascertain when that's necessary. But people like that are going to mess it up for everybody because now cops are going to walk around thinking everybody's like that. And we're not. Shout out to the great Chris Rock. There are black people, and then there are N-words, and we hate N-words. Black people hate N-words. For this reason. Can't have nothing. Again, shout out to the late, great Curtis Mayfield. Same song. We had people who are darker than blue. But there's a joker in the street that's loving one brother and killing the other. When the time comes when we're truly free, there'll be no brothers left to see. That is happening in real time, even as we speak. That's happening. And it's happening due to our own choices, okay? Let's call it what it is. It's a choice that we make. We choose to be this way. But what is the roots of it? Where's its genesis? The single mother. Now I can hear some of you saying, I knew he's going to bring it back to single motherhood. But am I lying? Am I lying? Tell me. Am I lying?
Nope.
Like Mary would say, from lying, I'm crying. Over 80% of the inmates in jail today are the products of single mothers. That by itself shows you that there's something seriously wrong at home. There are too many of us that are walking around that have no chance in hell due to our upbringing and the people we grew up around. No chance in hell. At somewhere some points, somehow, we have to take accountability for ourselves. Yes, women do too, but so do we. And I think we are mature enough and wise enough to know this. Because a lot of people out there will be the first to tell you. Shout out to Myron Gaines and the Fresh and Fit crew. How many times will someone say that black people are disproportionately incarcerated for crimes and stuff like that? You'll never hear anybody say, not me. That's not true. I disagree. You won't hear that, not from a brother, because it's true. It's unfortunate, but it is true. And at some point, it has to stop. And the rate things are going now, it's going to stop. But like the song says, when it stops, there'll be no brothers, there will be no people left to see. The roaches will inherit the earth. You can't make this shit up. You just can't. Let's get back to it.
What are you gonna do? Oh, right now. But who I am. You're gonna do what? Y'all will go wildfire. You're gonna. No, I never said that. I said, y'all will go viral.
See if they're good over there.
He's talking.
Y'all will go viral. You're about to go to jail, and all you can think of is you're going to go viral. That's what's wrong with society today. I got 13 million views. I'm locked up, but I got 13 million views. Those 13 million views don't give a rat's ass about you. They don't give an eighth of a fuck. Because before you even register that they're looking at you, they're on to something else. Oh, man.
Talking about going viral.
See if they're good over there, please.
Y'all, all that shit, bro. Like, niggas know who the f I am, bro. Like, nobody cares who you are. I know you don't. I don't care who you wish. Like, for real. Ravenna know me. Cleveland know me. Akron know me. Ravenna know me. I saw Pelusi.
I told you, man, there's another one. Off his ass. High as a kite. Excuse me. He's definitely several cards short of a full deck. And this whole thing could have been avoided if, when the parents asked you to leave, you did. The whole thing would have been avoided. But no. We can't have that.
Nope.
That's like doing the right thing. And we can't have that. We have to be belligerent. We have to be argumentative. We have to be confrontational. We have to act our freaking stereotype. No, you don't.
Nope.
You don't have to act your stereotype. But you're gonna. And it's not necessary. And as I said at the top of the video, all stereotypes have their origins in a truth. And right here, in living color, you see the genesis of a stereotype. Angry young black male. And I ask you, from one person who is understandably upset with the situation. Is this necessary?
Nope.
No, it's not. I can't tell you how many times when my wife and I are watching television, watching the news, and something like this goes down, full disclosure, she's white. And she'll say, I'm so glad it's not a black person. She's saying that. I'm not saying it, she is. And all I can do is shake my head. Like, why does she? It's a shame she even has to think that way. This whole situation brings back arguments and discussions that my friends and I used to have back in the day. We were good people. We were good people. We didn't get into trouble. We drove around in our flash cars trying to pick up girls. That's what we used to do. That was our whole reason for being in our 20s. That's what we were. That's the type of person we were trying to be. We wanted females. So we did things that we thought the young men thought that women wanted to get females. And we failed more than we succeeded. But we didn't do this. We didn't show our ass. If you remember the one guy that looked like Tupac Shakur, his friend, he had his pants down underneath his drawers looking at his underwear. Don't nobody want to see that? I don't care how cool you think it is. Nobody wants to see it. And I won't even get into the origins of that. Because I can already hear, yeah, but we don't do it like that. It don't matter how you did it. That's where it came from. Like with the N-word, we took it back. That doesn't matter. You know where it came from. It was a derogatory term from Rip. We claimed it back. No, you didn't. Because if you truly claimed it back and it didn't mean what it meant, everybody should say it. And don't nobody outside of us wants to say it. Whether it's with the A or the hard R. Nobody wants to say it. So tell me, how do we benefit from it? Now, there are other words that encapsulate what it means. Like, I would start using ninja. Just because I like the way that sounds. And it conveys the same meaning. There are people out there that use that term. But my God, what have we come to? Is this what my children have to look forward to? I seriously want to know. Is this the legacy I'm trying to leave my children? If you say no, I'll be waiting for you outside. I mean, if you say yes, excuse me. If you say yes, we're going to have to do something. Because I'm not. Let's listen to a little bit more of it.
I asked for Lucy. I asked all of them. Like, yeah, they know the I am. My name Deuce. Luciano. They know the I am. Since young.
Take your other shoe off.
2006.
Take your other shoe off.
They know the
Foot down.
They know me. They know me. Duciani. Is that his real name or his rap name? First of all, y'all gonna go viral. You gonna go viral. You know who I am. Yeah, he's about to spit. Okay, that's what's about to happen.
Shut up and listen.
Bro, listen, bro. I got one foot.
Okay, listen.
I got handcuffs.
Quit talking.
Bro, stop talking to me like that. Like, for real, bro. I went viral for y'all, bro. Like, for real.
Right. Nobody fucking
Bro, I
cares.
know you don't care because
Please, nobody cares, sir. We don't care that we went viral off your rap music. We don't want no rap music over in these nick.
Okay. I'm gonna fast forward some of this. No slack to the brother, nothing like that. It's taken away from what I'm trying to say here. So it's not germane to our conversation. We're gonna go over it.
you don't care because you a little Ricky or you a veteran, whatever, bro. I don't want you trying to be active or whatever you want.
Whatever, you a rookie, or you a veteran, whatever you.
Care what you trying to be, bro.
Boy, you know what? He was real quiet in the house, too. Okay, this isn't Tupac. This is the other one. Deucey or whatever. He was real quiet in the house when the cops came in. All right?
You guys all good?
Yeah, we got here a little later. I don't know what.
You about to go viral. You little stupid ass. Give my boots. Give my shit. Give my shit, bro. Give me my shit. Give me my shit. Give my shit.
Okay, this man's high. He is way past gone. And the charges keep piling up.
Give my shit. Hey, you little stupid ass, white ass, stupid ass, you stupid ass. What?
And you notice all this is coming out now. And when you had gotten to the altercation in the first place with the other police officer, he was a brother. Your friend was calling him boss. Now these guys come in and put you in the car. Now all of a sudden they're white. All of this bullshit could have been avoided if they weren't even there. It's like I believe this in my heart of hearts. If you don't want to be in a certain situation, your best course of action is not to be there in the first place. Because if you're not there, then you don't have to worry about decisions that you make that may put you in a bad light. So like when I go out, it's to the store. It's with my kids. It's with my family. I could go out and do stuff like this every night, and be in, I don't know. I could run a club or something like that, but that puts you in certain situations that I don't need to be in. So the best thing for me to do is to extricate myself from that environment off rip. I can't get into trouble if I'm not there. Is that a hard concept to understand?
Nope.
Of course it's not. Of course it's not. And if more people actually thought like that, this would truly be a better place that we're living in. Shout out to my brothers on the AUT team, but that is an uncomfortable truth. And that's where we men can learn from. The thing is that there's a lot more of us that do learn these lessons than that don't learn these lessons. And that's the difference between men and women. We will learn it. Because the outcomes are swift, immediate, and more times than not, undesirable. These two gentlemen are going to jail. They are learning off rip, immediately and in real time, the consequences of their decisions. They're learning them.
It's a black guy though. Y'all all white coming up talking about I don't care. I don't care about you. I don't care about you. Of course you don't care about me. I'm black. I'm black. Of course you don't care about me. You stupid ass. I didn't got my shoes on my feet. If a white came up, he would have had shoes on his feet. Okay. Don't let me go. I swear to God. Okay. Don't let me go. Okay. Okay. I swear to God. Okay. If I let y'all go above me, I swear to God.
I don't know. Hey, I'm sorry about how you know what? He did it to himself. That's what we've been dealing with for the last 3 hours. Yeah. And other than that, they weren't getting physical with us. But just the drunkenness and unruliness. Okay. I don't know. I think my son is on something else. My sergeant's probably going to talk to you. Just because of all that, okay. Did you get your gloves and stuff? I did. Thank you, though.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh. That hurt my heart. Because you can hear in the mother's voice, she giving up. That's not the child that she raised and she brought up. That's not the child that she carried in her bosom for 9 months. That's not the child that she loved. That's decisions that he made, independent of anybody else, whether it's the president or not. They don't matter because they didn't make the decision for him. He made it. Were there instances where people are led astray? Yes, but the ultimate decision is theirs. Let's call a spade a spade. And you can hear in her voice. I mean, the policeman was like, sorry it turned out this way. And she said, no. That's what we've been dealing with for the past 3 hours. So they gave him time to calm down. Gave him the better part of 3 hours. And he just escalated and escalated and escalated. So it's not even, he wasn't brought up right because regardless of the situation at home, and I can't speak of that because I don't know the particulars of how he grew up. But from what she said and what we know and what I heard, she's not a bad person. She's not a bad person at all. She could be one of those single mothers. If she is a single mother, I don't know. Again, I don't know. But she's one of those single parents, single mothers that actually gives a shit. But because she doesn't have that masculine frame, because she couldn't install the fear of God in her child the way a man could, she failed. And this happened over 3 hours. So we'll never know how it truly started. But when they came to the house and came inside, what are y'all doing here? Get out. Get out of my house. This ain't your house, homie. It's your mama's house. And she called us here. So when she asks us to leave, then we leave, not before. But the substances that he's on warped his judgment. And again, the stuff that he's on was his choice. So they get arrested. They get arrested. Now let's dovetail this back really quickly into the original supposition and the main talking point of this conversation that we're having. As simply as this. We have a ways to go as well. Along with the simps who enable women to act the way they act, we got to check the thugs and violence and hoodlums that help the police to think the way they think. Because you've seen what happens. You know what happens. And why does it happen? It happens because police have a preconceived notion. We're talking to somebody. We better be on alert because this could go south. And more times than not, it doesn't go south. But you see and hear situations like this, and that colors all of us. We're all tarred with the same brush. And we're not the same. Now, will our situation get any better?
Nope.
And it hurts my heart to say that. It hurts my heart to say that because this course of action, these decisions that we make that produce less than ideal outcomes, to put it mildly, can be eliminated if we simply thought more about our initial choices. Because each decision creates another decision point, which creates another decision. And again, if you take it back to the very beginning, and he doesn't do the mind-altering substances that he's doing, he's not in this situation. Moving back a little bit further, if they leave instead of being belligerent with the adults in the house, they're not in this situation. If they don't start wrestling and putting hands on the police officers, they're not in this position. It is what it is. But I don't think it's going to change because society has a real big problem with this because it comes back to bite them every single time, and they're not bright enough to understand this. But when you start worshiping and idolizing and pedestalizing the bad behaviors, let's take rap, for example. It started out braggadocious. I got this, you don't have it. I'm better than you because I have this and you don't have it. And it was fun. Then it began to pivot to their lifestyle. And when it pivots to their lifestyle, that's when it starts to go bad. I'm this way because I'm a product of my environment. Which more than likely is true. I'll concede that point. You are a product of your environment. But you got to have the common sense and decency to know when it's detrimental to your overall well-being. You got to know. When I was growing up in high school, there was this girl, we'll call her Roxette. She was a hood rat. And I liked her because she was cute. And one day we were talking like that, and I said, I'm going to make you mine. She said, no, you not. And after I was like, oh, okay, that's that. And it never went any further than that. And I lost track of the girl. Don't know what happened to her. I hope she's got a long and healthy life. I really do. I hope no ill will toward people in my past. Because that was then, and I was who I was at the time. Give a shout out to my friend, and he was a friend. He was a good friend. His name was Johnny, and he was a straight up thug. He told me a story about how he was walking and these guys was like, I like your shoes. What sizes are they? And he said, one size too big and two sizes too small. And you can pretty much imagine where it went from there. And one day we were talking about something, and something's about to go down. He said, yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'll go up there. I'll help you. He said, no, you're not. He said, you're going to go home. And you're going to go about your business. And that's the last time I ever spoke to him. That's the last time I remember even seeing him. So I don't know what happened to him after that. I hope he's been living his life. I don't want no ill will upon anybody. But he saved me. Because I just wanted to be down. And he was like, you can be down, but not this way. You're not going to walk the path that I laid. To quote Obi-Wan Kenobi from Star Wars, your fate lies in a different path from mine. And that's pretty much what Johnny told me. Your fate lies down a different path from mine. I must go this way. You don't have to. And because I was young and impressionable, I could have sat there and talked to him about not walking down that path and that it wasn't too late. I didn't, because I didn't know any better. He said, go home. I went home. And I never saw that poor guy again. And I don't know what happened to him. And it's bothering me right now because I don't know what happened to him. He was a good guy, all in all. He didn't deserve what happened to him, if anything happened to him. I just hope he was all right. But going back to what I said originally, that is the problem. Society has built it up so that you got to be tough. You got to be rough. And society's rewarding them for it. They're getting multi-million-dollar contracts. Those are the ones that are doing it right. They're doing it right. The ones that aren't doing it right are being a whole lot more nefarious about their activities. But it's all about money. It's all about the Benjamins. And it doesn't have to be. Because as humans, we can never have enough of anything. You can have $1 million. Now I need 2. Get the 2. Now I need 5. Get the 5. Now I need 10. And it just goes on and on. Because you become addicted to it. That's why it takes a whole lot of stamina and a whole lot of fortitude to say, I've got it, I'm out. Before things get too crazy, I'm cashing in. But that's what people do. Because society has made it all right. $40-50 years ago, you would never hear the things you hear on the radio on there now. They didn't like saying, damn. You would get a bleep for that. You'd be censored. Now, they're saying F. And it's fine now. You got parents that 40-50 years ago could get crazy, but still have the mental capacity and wherewithal to speak normally around the children. These days now, F this and F that and F this and that now, BS, everything else. Every curse word in the book. And people, it's normal. It's not normal. I'll tell you for nothing. It's not normal. But society has dictated that it is, so it is. It doesn't have to be that way, people. I'm here to tell you, it doesn't have to be that way at all. Again, there was a song in the early 80s by the East Coast All-Stars. It was called Self-Destruction. And I highly advise anyone that hears this to play it and listen to it. And I mean, listen to it. Stop whatever you're doing, sit down, and actually soak in the lyrics. Because what they're saying is simple. The message is simple. And there are parts in the song where they really break it down to you. And if you listen to it, you can hear the warning cries. It's only a disco. They'll close another one. You guard the door. You got the guard in the door. What you got a gun for? Or something to that effect. No, actually, it's only a disco. They'll close one more. You're not guarding the door. So what you got a gun for? Shout out to MC Light on that one. And then my favorite from Heavy D, they call us animals. I don't agree with them. I say they're wrong, but right is what you're proving them. And you are. This video that we just watched, you can hear them. See? That's all they're good for. Animals. You can hear them say that. You can hear them think it. And we're not all like that. We're not a monolith. There are some really good ones and there are some really bad ones, like everybody else on the planet. But this is one avenue that we need to police on our own. It's not all right to act that way. It is not all right to act on stereotype. It's not all right to be seen in that light. My late mother-in-law, God rest her soul, used to tell my wife back in the day, there are thousands of words in the English language. You don't have to use the curse ones. And she's right. You don't have to. It's a choice that you make. This whole video, this whole topic comes down to choice. Don't make the bad ones. Please, I implore you. Don't make the wrong ones. This is Over J signing out.